What happens when the glamorous world of social media collides with one of the darkest corners of organized crime? For years, influencers have been celebrated as icons of style, luxury, and success. But recently, whispers turned into headlines, linking certain online celebrities to a chilling global trade, the black market organ trafficking industry. This is not just another scandal about fake followers or brand deals gone wrong. This is about lives, ethics, and a network so horrifying it makes us question everything we thought we knew about the influencer world. Tonight, we dive deep into the shocking scandal that revealed how social media personalities may have been tied to the underground business of buying and selling human organs. The spark that lit the fire. The scandal began with rumors. Screenshots of encrypted messages leaked on underground forums suggested that certain influencers were promoting more than just beauty products. Investigative journalists noticed strange patterns. Young influencers suddenly flaunting extreme wealth with no clear source of income. Luxury cars, mansions, designer wardrobes, all without big brand sponsorships. Then, one case broke wide open. A mid-level European lifestyle influencer was arrested while traveling abroad. Authorities discovered connections to brokers in the Middle East and Asia, individuals already on watch lists for involvement in illegal organ trading. This single arrest raised an explosive question. Was the influencer just a naive pawn or part of a much bigger web? What is the black market organ trade? To understand the gravity of this scandal, we need to step back. Every year, tens of thousands of people die waiting for organ transplants. The legal system simply cannot keep up with demand. This shortage has created a brutal underground market, one where desperate patients are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for kidneys, livers, or even hearts. Criminal syndicates exploit the poor, the vulnerable, and even the missing. Victims are often lured with promises of money, jobs, or medical help. Others are trafficked without consent. Now, imagine the influencer economy layered on top of this. People with massive followings, access to global networks, and lifestyles funded by shady sponsorships. Suddenly, the bridge between glamour and horror doesn't feel so impossible. How influencers got pulled in. So how exactly were influencers tied into such a dark business? Investigators found several disturbing patterns. Money laundering through sponsorships. Some influencers were allegedly used to clean money from organ deals. Payments disguised as brand collaborations actually trace back to black market brokers. Recruitment networks. A few influencers acted as glamorous recruiters, using their image of wealth to lure vulnerable people with promises of financial rescue if they donated an organ. Travel vlogs with a dark twist. In some cases, influencers were paid to promote clinics abroad. On the surface, they seemed like luxury medical tourism destinations. In reality, they were unlicensed facilities performing illegal organ transplants. Encrypted communications. Digital forensics revealed private influencer accounts used on Telegram and Signal, where coded messages about packages and deliveries matched patterns from organ trafficking rings. The scary part? Many fans couldn't tell the difference between a regular post about travel or fitness and one hiding a sinister agenda. The case studies that shocked the world. Several stories exploded in international media. The Latin America connection. A fashion influencer from Brazil was investigated after her sudden wealth and jet-set lifestyle raised suspicions. She denied all involvement, but leaked banking records showed transactions linked to flag medical groups. The Eastern European incident. A male influencer promoting health retreats abroad was arrested. The so-called retreats were cover-ups for illegal surgeries, where desperate patients flew in for organ supply by trafficked victims. The Asian network. In one of the most high-profile cases, a group of influencers in Southeast Asia were accused of actively recruiting vulnerable villagers with promises of fame, then delivering them to organ brokers. Each case added fuel to the fire. Public trust in influencer culture, already fragile, took a devastating hit. Public reaction and social media backlash. For fans, it was unthinkable that their idols, the people they admired for makeup tips, travel vlogs, or motivational quotes, could be entangled in something as grotesque as organ trafficking. Hashtags like hashtag influencer scandal and hashtag blood money brands trended worldwide. Some influencers spoke out, demanding stricter regulations and distancing themselves from the accused. Others went silent, deleting posts and disabling comments. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube came under fire for not noticing the signs earlier. Critics argued, if algorithms can track every song snippet and copyright violation, why couldn't they detect influencers tied to global crime syndicates? The scandal exposed a harsh truth. The influencer industry, worth billions, had little oversight, and criminals knew exactly how to exploit that gap. Why this matters? This scandal isn't just about a handful of influencers. It forces us to confront deeper issues. The dark side of social media fame. How easy it is to hide corruption behind curated lifestyles. The global crisis of organ shortages, fueling desperation that criminals exploit. The lack of accountability in digital economies, where money and influence often outpace law enforcement. It's a wake-up call that what we consume online isn't always harmless. Sometimes, those glossy photos are masks for the darkest realities. And behind the curtain, more questions emerged. If some influencers were caught, how many more are still out there, silently playing a role in this underworld economy? Are the people you follow online, the ones you trust for lifestyle advice, fashion tips, or travel inspiration, secretly connected to something horrifying? This scandal didn't just damage a few personal brands. It fractured the fragile trust between influencers and their audiences, perhaps forever. The influencer organ trafficking scandal isn't just about crime. It's about the evolution of power in the digital age. Once, the underworld operated in shadows, far from the reach of ordinary people. But today, shadows and spotlights overlap. Social media gave rise to influencers, individuals who hold sway over millions. And with that power came an unprecedented opportunity for corruption. This story forces us to ask hard questions. How well do we really know the people we admire online? How much blind faith are we giving to strangers who only show us curated fragments of their lives? And at what point does the chase for clout blur the line between influence and exploitation? Governments and watchdogs will likely continue tightening regulations. Platforms may implement stricter controls, background checks, and automated monitoring. But history shows something unsettling. Crime always adapts faster than the systems trying to contain it. For every trafficking ring dismantled, another will find new digital doors to slip through. Before you go, if you found this investigation eye-opening, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your friends. The more we talk about these issues, the harder it becomes for the shadows to hide.